Hello, everybody, and welcome into day 32 of Adventures with Matt, a modern Minecraft adventure. Hold on, I just noticed something. Sorry. There we go. That should be better. Anyway, welcome into day 32 of Adventures with Matt, a modded Minecraft Season 3 of Adventures with Matt, a modded Minecraft adventure. I've got some exploration mods, I have some bio mods. We've been doing a lot of exploring. I still can't figure out where the last two items from Better Archaeology are, but I'm gonna go and work on the island today. So if you're new to the series, there are two parts to this season. The first part is, or one part of them, because it's not like in any particular order. One part of it is the actual exploration itself. Looking at things, collecting things, setting up the stuff here. This is a woodland mansion that spawned here at spawn. This is spawns right here. I think this chunk. And it actually spawns here because of the biome mod. In vanilla generation on this seed, it's just forest. But this is my storage center. It's where I've got some auto farms. And a lot of the stuff I've been collecting from my adventures are all stored here or set up here for auto farms. And then the second part, the other part of the season is I'm working on an island. And the lore for the island is the person who settled there had done everything. He'd been everywhere, he'd gotten everything, and he's just settled down on an island now. And that's the other part. And I think today the island itself is over here. I think today I'm gonna add in some more stuff. I want to put in a training hall. This is a farmhouse. This is an apiary, animal pens. I still need to build the barns. This is a brewing hall. This is a butchering hall and cannon station. This is a magic building. And I still need to put in the smithy. What is... I don't think I've been in that biome yet. I still need to put in a smithy and the training hall. And there's going to be some farms as well. And I don't like that I can't scroll by scrolling my wheel or by grabbing this. I have to scroll over on here. Yeah, you can't scroll from the side. You have to scroll on here. I don't like that. I don't like that I can't grab that and just pull it down. That means I can't go to the end. And there's no reverse. I don't think. Yeah, anyway. Here's the island. The apiary. I need this backpack. This has most of the stuff I'm using. Yeah, so if you're new, this is the apiary, the inside. I do wish there was a honey extractor. I know I say that every time I'm over here. I wish there was a honey extractor block I could put in here, but none of the mods I've found have one. This is from Better Archaeology, which is the mod I only have 2 more things left from. And I'm hoping I can find the 2 things left from this. I've been trying to look it up. I looked at a bunch of tutorial or mod showcase videos, but they don't say where I can find it. One of them said you can find it in a chest in every structure, the one totem. None of them mentioned the disc, as far as I could find. But they also were saying that you could find the totem of torrents in a chest in any of the structures, except we've only found those in the ocean fossils. But yeah, so that's the apiary. That's where the barns are going to be. They're just moved there temporarily because they were originally there. And here's the farmhouse and its kitchen. And here's the brewing hole. This is brewing and chewing. Farmer's Delight. Then we have a ventilation tower to keep the ferment fumes from escaping. We got a little butchering hole over here. You know, spots to cut stuff. The you know, chop up the meat and all that. Extra knives, storage, their fridge, their freezer. And this is blue ice versus just packed ice. And you've got the tanning station out here. They've got stuff tanning. This is where they soak the hides before they stretch them out and stuff. And then smokers for making jerky and smoked sausages and all that. I don't know what that table's for. And then the magic hall. Yeah, they do the enchanting over here. They do some brewing here and here. I asked about this. I didn't get a response, but I think it is only able to be placed like this. You can't directionally place it so that the handles are to the sides of how you place it, which is kind of sad. But I might play around with this mod a little bit. I should probably put shelves or something, not shelves, cabinets up here. Do I have cabinets? I have drawers. I can make cabinets. Farmer's Delight has cabinets. I just want to see if I had any. I could probably put some cabinets up here to store like the actual finished potions. But if I did regular, or the cabinets instead of sophisticated storage barrels, they would only be able to hold 29 or 27 spots, items. But if I did sophisticated storage barrels, they'd be able to hold more. Now the training hall, like I was showing a little bit ago, I want there to be an archery range. So I need some space. But smithing building over here, maybe? Also, let's go see that biome. Here. I don't know if I've been in this biome yet. Wait, what is this biome? Oh. Okay, this is regions unexplored. So that was the last two biomes from regions unexplored that I needed to explore. Oops, this one. Should I start the training hall maybe here? Depending on how big the building is, I don't want it to be too close to the front of this building. I would probably need to stick it like over here. Yeah, because I want to get how far spaced are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, I should have made it a little back one more. Oops, oh well. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. This will all be getting replaced. It ain't gonna stay path. Dirt path. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here. Okay. So we've got that marked out. So I need the path to at least be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this should be fine. I do want it maybe a little over further, so we could probably put the entrance here and then have the building stretch off to the side like this, over to here. I still need to terraform this section right here. I ain't worrying about that right now. Does Quark have... It doesn't look like... I think the flame ring just always sets stuff on fire. Which is why I haven't upgraded my boomerangs to flame ring. Does Quark have... Let's see... Um... Wooden posts. Hold on. Oh, it's those. That's why I have that off. Let's see, world maybe? No, this is generation, ain't it? What was the monster box again? Monster boxes. Alright. Yeah, they're just a special kind of spawner scattered throughout the world. Has a few waves of monsters, and once you've killed them all, that's it. But it has the moths from it have extra loot tacked on. Alright, let's see. Cobblestone. There we go. So this is the entrance. Sort of like how I did for this one. Like that. Should I bring this down a level? Hmm. Maybe I'll bring this down one more level. The other option is filling in a lot more space. Speaking of filling in, I'm gonna go back to spawn and grab something real quick. Oh, they're all wet. I apparently never went to the roof. I don't have any portals in here. So one of the mods I have on this is called, I think it's Bigger Sponge Radius. And it's really cool. So that fills in, but if I put in another one, it clears out even more. And if I put another, it clears out even more. As long as they are touching. Though, there might be... No? Okay. Let's put down some lights. Because I ain't gonna fill this whole thing in. I normally would. Like if this were my Forever World or a previous season, I would definitely fill this whole thing in with stone, but... Yeah, nah, I ain't doing that this season. Partially just because I don't think I have the stone necessary to fill this whole thing in, so I'd have to go mining for it. And I ain't feeling like doing that. No. Okay, let's see. Yes, I'm aware this is a little excessive. I don't care. Hmm. See, a part of me does want to bring this down a little, but at the same time, with the paths there, I'll bring it down. No. Should I? I'll leave it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, that threw me off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's my boots, by the way, if you're wondering why that's happening. Huh? Did I miscount? Oh, I started. Okay. So you cut out 1, 2, 3. It looks like, yeah. And then to here? Yep. Oh, so working on my offline project, I had to go around the area where that's at and grab leaves and just shove all of the mobs that were in the area into one spot because they kept walking right into where I was building. I was trying to let them just be free. No, get out of there. Be free range. Not lock them up or anything. But yeah, they just kept getting in my way. They're gonna want to leave. Also, I discovered after stream. Oh, I'm out. We have to head back to spawn. I discovered after stream on Saturday that on my offline world, my forever world, I did the math wrong on the walls. It was 20,000 blocks that I placed just for the walls alone, not including filling it, because I fully filled that in. That was like 30 blocks that I used to fill in, I think. Wrong room. And I had to go back in and tear it all out. Let's just throw. There we go. You had to go in and tear it all out, and then fill in more, redo the outline, which took a while. It took me an hour and 20 minutes, roughly, to tear out all of the old walls. It was 20,000 blocks, like I said. Oh, right, turn this back on. Yeah, so it took me about an hour and 20 minutes to tear out the old walls. And then actually I figured out the new outline first, and then I tore out the old walls. Figuring out the new outline was difficult because the math was being weird. But I was also expanding it when I did that too. That was part of the problem. I'm trying to think. Should I? Yeah, I'm gonna stick with what I've been doing. I might not have enough oak though, so I'm gonna have to head back to spawn and get more. Oh, I just realized something. I need bone meal. No. Yes, I redid the outline. I remade the walls. Well, actually, I haven't remade the walls. I filled in the area. Wait, hold on. I filled in the areas. I remade one of the towers. Okay. I already had it. And so now I've got to rebuild. Because what happened was, I was talking with someone about how it would be better if I made the village bigger, which meant tearing down the walls and stuff. And I was iffy on that. But then I was looking and I realized I'd done the math wrong initially anyway. And I had to redo the math. But fixing my error would mean, um, that's the right one. Okay, so that goes offhand. Fixing my error would mean shrinking the whole village, which I did not want to do. Wait, no, that's offhand. Okay. So I'm making the village bigger. It's this one. Here we go. So now the village is getting made bigger, and that's gonna give me more space to just do everything with, which would be nice. Yeah, what happened was I was placing the buildings and I was outlining them, but the only way I could outline them and still have the paths that were necessary, still have access to certain things, was to make the building smaller than I wanted, which I did not want to do. And I was going to do that anyway, just because I didn't want to tear down the walls and then rebuild them. But then I noticed the error, the math error. That meant that the walls were 2 blocks too long. So it was still a square, it was too big. And fixing that error would make an even bigger problem. Yeah, so probably in the next couple days I'm going to finish doing that, getting the walls rebuilt. Although it might be another week or 2 or 3 before I actually finish the building, or the town. And once I'm done with that, I'll have finished rebuilding the village that I worked on in Season 1. Now, again, this is a different seed, so it's not the remodeled village from Season 1, it's just the village I remodeled in Season 1. And that's actually part of the reason why the math, it's taken me so many times to get the math right on it, because I want it centered on a certain spot that was roughly the center of the original village from Season 1. We're gonna go until I'm out of bone meal, by the way. Alright. Of course, it finished right when I started taking a drink of water. There we go. Okay. Alright. I'll probably have to fill that in at some point. Okay, so we have... Wait, what did I do for the floors? The floors are just oak? Not in there. That floor is stone, because oak would not be... Not just stone, smooth stone. Makes it easier to clean up. Okay, the floor is oak. We're gonna need... Oh, that's gonna... If you didn't see it, those boots have plus 0.5 step height, which means you just walk up full blocks. Huh. Apparently, Goblin Tuned makes a huge difference when it comes to breaking those. They insta-break if you have Goblin Tuned with Efficiency 5. Well, and Haste might help too. I don't know if Haste is required or not. There we go. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yep, okay. I feel like I have to sneeze. By the way, with that advancement from regions unexplored, I'll have to turn off fire or I'll have to turn on fire damage to get this, I think. I still haven't found this. All surface biomes. Oh, that was all cave biomes. Okay, so I still have 3 more cave biomes from there. 4 more biomes from this. I don't know where to find those. And then adventure, I think, is the other one that requires looking for biomes or finding biomes. Huh. I still don't. Oh, I forgot to look into a mod for that. That tells me what I'm missing. So I know they exist. Okay. I forgot to do this set. Now here's a thought. Should I do a second floor? For this? Because I was wanting that to be only 1 floor. But then, I added in that. If I did a second floor for here, I could have, like, the combat training down here. I could have locker rooms down here, changing rooms, and then training. Then I could have the second floor, and the second floor could have, it would come from here because this is where the front is. The second floor could have, like, the office. And maybe storage. Okay, I do have an armor poser. So the question is, would I have the stairs? They ain't gonna be right here. If I had them coming up like this would be in the way. So logically, that would mean putting a pillar down like here. Hmm. And there's no one here to ask. So I'm gonna have to decide. I can't decide. I feel like I should do a second story. But do I do the stairs over like this? What would be the best way for stairs? Let me Wait. So yeah, but if I did them one more forward. Oh, would that work? No. Okay. So they have to be. Like this. See, the thing is, I don't like them being right here. Like, you just walk up and there's just wall. Which means that the necessity, if I want to fix that, would be to cut through this beam and then put in a post on the side there to support it. Stairs are supposed to be birch, aren't they? I think I messed that up. Those are birch stairs. These are oak, though. I messed this up probably. Oh well. I ain't got any birch stairs. Huh, okay. There we go. So now we've got a little bit of land in here. I'm gonna check something. Okay, so it does, yeah. Then up here, does, okay. Right, there is an attic space, ain't there? Yeah. An empty attic space, I am putting nothing up here, but if instead of a museum to display all their stuff, I could just store everything up in the attic. Like, they collected all this stuff and then just shoved it away in the attic. That would be funny. Okay. Let's see. How much of up here do I want to take up? At least to here. I think I have an idea. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And then I come over here. Welcome in, Grace. Then I think over to here. I do, yeah, and then here. So I think that's what I'll do, is I do it like an L. I'm doing alright, how are you? I'm just currently building a training hall. The first floor is for weapons and martial arts, and then there's going to be an archery range in the backyard. And this is, I think, the office. Nope, that didn't work. Wait, why did I? Ooh, almost failed that. Just waking up. By the way, this what I'm working on here ain't the build that I was talking about when you followed me. So it is going to look a bit different from that. Yeah, I don't actually talk about my stream stuff in other chats. That the build I was talking about then is an offline world, my forever world. Yeah, I think that's oak stairs. Whoa. Thought I went a little bit further. Stone stairs. Am I going 2 high or 3 high? I'll do 2 high. I think this is too small to do 3. I definitely don't consider myself that great of a builder. I tend to stick to simpler looks, which is why I've got the same design for every building. Well, also, the lore for this island is it was all built by the same dude, so that makes sense as well. I'm talking like the same palette. Why you can tell they're all built similarly to each other. Like that's an apiary over there. Got all my bees in it in the apiary's workshop. That's the actual house itself. That is a brewing state building. That is a butchering hall, and there's a tannin station behind it, also jerky smoking. And then that's the magic building. And then we've got the training hall. I want to do another set of stairs. But if I do that, I'd have another... I'll do them. Oops. Okay. By the way, it's PI. Aviary is birds. I've seen that mistake a few times, so I keep forgetting autocorrect is a thing. So I actually did have issues with them getting stuck on a between seasons world that I did. And the thing I found that works best for me is a space like this. There is nothing for them to get stuck on. Like, not even up here. And I've never had an issue with them getting stuck ever since. Sometimes simple is really the best option. On the ceiling, yeah, I had that happen on a world too, and I don't know why. There was... I can't remember what the difference was. So I know I had one of my between worlds, I had a beam going all the way across, and they'd go above the beam and then just not be able to pathfind their way back down for some reason. I stopped doing that, and then there was something else, and I can't remember what, and they were still going up to the ceiling and then just staying up there. But now, they don't. Also, this is a really fun thing you can do with sophisticated backpacks. No, you're the wrong backpack. Why are you too... Oh, right. This is just so cool. But ever since I started making the spaces look like this, I stopped having issues with it, and I don't know... There was something with the other one. Maybe it was height, I think it was. That's from Quark, by the way. Every time they come out of the beehive, they change what, sometimes they're normal, sometimes they're not. And it seems random. Like, they'll go in, and then they'll come back out, and they'll be different. Yeah, like I said, that's... Ever since I started just doing just straight this, I have never had an issue with them getting stuck. I don't know what was different about this one. I think the height of the ceiling might be different. Yeah, be that's sophisticated backpacks. It's actually specifically this upgrade, the mob catcher upgrade. And there is a size limit for them. Like that one took up this much space. Some mobs take up more, and this upgrade wouldn't allow it, but this upgrade has a bigger size they allow, and then you can change that in the config. Oops. So like if I wanted, I could it's going to be down here, I believe. Yeah. So like I could change the amount of slot cost that it that upgrade will allow. So like the basic one only up to 18. So something that takes 20 slots, it won't allow. Something that but if I went to advanced, something that takes 20 slots would allow, or would be able to get picked up. Sorry, I need to drink water. Sophisticated backpacks is the whole reason I started playing modded, by the way. Well, I used to be very, very adamantly no mods, ever, period. But then in 2024, I think it was, I was clearing out a trail ruins. And one thing about me is I prefer keeping every block I excavate. You never know when you're going to need it. Like, I excavated an ancient city on my forever world. It's about 4.5 million blocks. Every single one of them I collected. They're in my storage. Because like I said, you never know when you're going to need them. And but yeah, I think it was 2024. I was clearing out a trail ruins, and it was a pain in the butt going back and forth. You used to use the switch. Oh yeah, I can see that. I play with commands on, and like if you watch my season 1 videos, I use commands all the time. But one of the things that cut down my command usage was waystones. The waystones mod. You can see the waystone right there. Because one of the things I used to do, I actually still have it. I have a sheet of paper here from a Realm server that I had, where I would just teleport myself places, and it was all the important locations. And I would actually use it for one of my friends on it too. He'd ask me sometimes if I could just teleport him over to somewhere. But ever since I started playing modded, I've used commands a whole lot less. Because a lot of the stuff I was using commands for, there's a mod for, like the teleportation, like I mentioned. I also used to, I would also summon in bees and villagers. I actually still sometimes summon in bees. But I don't think I did for this one. I think that one was just me breeding them and then picking up others with the mob catcher and moving them over. But like teleport, I stopped teleporting because waystones. Oh, and mob catcher is actually a new upgrade for it. For sophisticated storage or backpacks. Like, I think it was last month or the month before. So not that. But what happened with the trail ruins was I was excavating it, and it was a pain collecting everything from the trail ruins and then taking it all over to my storage, putting them in, because trail ruins have so much. Because I was collecting all the blocks, and then you have all the little loot from the different suspicious sand. And, but that was getting to be frustrating to deal with. And about that time, I was watching an SMP. In fact, I was actually excavating it while I was watching an SMP. And that SMP had sophisticated backpacks. And I was like, that would really, really help with something like this. And I was still debating on because I was like, I don't want to mod. I don't want to ever play mods. Just because back then if it wasn't something the devs put in the game. Yeah, back then my thought was, if it wasn't something that the devs put in the game, it's cheating. But, yeah. After finishing the Trail Ruins, I was like, I'm gonna start playing modded. And the very first mod I downloaded was Sophisticated Backpacks. And then Waystones. Waystones are easy, although this update isn't on 1.21.11, which I'm grateful for. It used to be paginated, where it was just pages. You hit next page, last page, or next page, previous page. Now it's a scroll. The thing is, I'm scrolling right now, by the way. I'm scrolling. I'm grabbing and pulling. You have to scroll by scrolling on top of this. Look how big this list is. If I want to go to the very last thing that I did, I have to scroll that much. Yeah. So let me show you. These are all waystones, by the way. Every single one of these is a waystone. Except for the POIs. All of these are waystones. And the thing is, if this were a vanilla generation rather than modded, it would be even bigger. And because there are villages that there's a village here in vanilla. There's a village here in vanilla. I usually activate the waystones of every single village I go through. I actually stopped doing that on this world, specifically just this world. I still do it on others as a marker for getting back to them. But yeah, I am hoping that was an update that happened last week, that to waystones. And that happened last week, and I'm hoping he changes it so you can grab that and scroll down, or you can also search by reverse. Because like if you go by distance, right now this is manual. You can't do reverse manual. Name, you can't do reverse name. Sort by distance, you can't do reverse distance or furthest, which is not great. Yeah, waystones is easy. You just plop down the waystone, activate it. They do generate naturally in the world and in villages, and you can set up the config to never in village, sometimes in village, or frequently in villages. It's the default is the second one. But and then you grab them and you just plop them down, and you can use this to warp to a waystone. You have activated, or you can use waystones to warp to them. And then they also have warp plates. I mainly use those for farms. Should I leave this? You know what? I'm going to leave that. I need more trapdoors. Oh, that's a problem. Right. No, because I don't do it that way. I do it this way. See ya, Grace. Next time you pop in, I might be doing more on the island, or I might be exploring some more. I do have some exploration mods added in. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we're gonna do that all the way around. There we go. Oh, should I do tall windows or just... Hmm. Doors, doors, doors. I have doors. Okay. Do I have a cutting board? Cutting board, cutting board. Should I have the door be on this side? That way they can come out and continue to watch like here? Yeah, I'll have the door be on this side. Although part of me wants to change it to hedges, so I stop bumping onto that. You can see the archery here. Oh, with how big this is, that does take up quite a bit of space. Maybe I'll end up putting the butcher or the forge over here then. Oh, we are an hour in, so let's pop up here for a minute. I just noticed that we are over an hour into stream. So let's take the 5-minute break. Stretch your legs, refigure water, do whatever, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. And I'm back. Alright, let's get back to work. Hmm. Trying to decide how I want to decorate up here, because up here is supposed to be for watching, but in the sunshine. This is the office. I should probably put in the walls down here. And yeah, the door. So I put all those away. The door. I need more strip logs. It's not the cutting board. Cutting board. This is the wrong glass. This is the right glass. So that leads out into the training yard. Oops. I'm gonna need more. I think. Well, I know I'll need more, maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, so I forgot to make the change-in rooms. Um, can't have windows in the change-in room. So where do I want to, do I want to stick the change-in room, like, here? And then, this would be a small space for training, though. Hmm. The other option would be to make up here the change-in room and have a split down the side. Then that'd be a very narrow change-in room. Get rid of the windows up here, but I don't want to do that. Although, another option would be to extend this building out another set. The thing is, the more I extend this building out, the less space I have over there. The less space I have over there, the less space there is for the animals. Ugh. I mean, another option would be to pull this out forward. But then I'd have this tiny little sliver. I don't want to have it just a big rectangle. I want to have this extending out. I need at least a partially big space back here, so I can't just like pull the building back. And it wasn't just me randomly clearing this. I'm trying to decide what to do about the change in rooms for that. But I do need to actually level this a bit. I might actually bring it down another level. I still need to clean this up over here. Fix the river. The descent into the river. So if I brought this forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it would go right up to this path, which ain't good. I would have to move, I'd have to bring this over to here, bring this like this, and then over to here. I mean, I could do that. I guess I could do that. That would make the building itself a square. You'd have the 3, and then the 3. And I want to keep it kind of rectangular. But again, if I brought it more over this way, even just one more section. That would cut into the space for the barns. If you're watching this, I think that explains why I ain't building the barns or farm yet. Why I'm trying to get all the buildings in before I do that. Wait, no. I might keep this. Oh, I need to do that side as well. I did not need to come down. Here, I'm gonna... Okay, there we go. I should have kept the pillar. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. This way. You're hearing feedback from my microphone? What kind of feedback? Okay, let me see. Oh, that was the wrong thing. Okay. Oh, there is. What in the... Huh. Um... Oops. Is there still feedback now? See, now it's gone. Then, if I do this, does the feedback return? Okay. Now I'm hearing... Yeah, I heard it for a few moments and then it stopped. I set it to play back my own audio to me, or my microphone's audio to me. I don't know what was causing that. Nothing has changed. That is so weird. I don't know. And by I don't know, I honestly don't know enough to know if a dip in bandwidth did anything, because I don't even know what that means. So, yeah. Ah, the thing is, I set it to monitor the output, which means I'm hearing it now, just what my microphone is sending. Yeah, so I don't know. Though it's also a just a regular store microphone. Actually, it's a headset, so it might have weirdness. Just from that. See ya, Grace. Have a good one. Okay. And down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay. Then we come back over here. 1, 2, 3. Do I keep it small like this? Yeah, I'll keep the entrance small. Okay. Here we go. Let's this all done. One of the fun things I've noticed in my time playing Minecraft and tearing down existing villages is the high frequency at which villages generate with blocks on path blocks, and the path blocks are, still existing, including parts of buildings, which kind of suggests that path blocks generate before the buildings, which I don't understand why they would do that. You would think that the paths are after the buildings, not before. Alright, there we go. Now let's head back upstairs and get this done. Oh, I just noticed something. Hello. There we go. The more I think about it, the more I probably will change it to hedges. Alright, there we go. Now that up here is bigger, should I make this bigger as well? Or should I leave it this big? I'd have to fix that. Alright, there we go. Yeah, now that up here is bigger, it's a bit weird to have it so open. But we could do an outdoor training area in addition to a back training area watch. We'd have some like um, targets up here for sword practice or knife practice. Boom, 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 boom. Um, it's just this feels so weird to me, being so small. We have so much space out here. And I kind of want it to lead directly onto this. But at the same time, now that this is more open, I feel like it'd be better to have the stairs here. So we have a little bit more space here. Let's tear this out. There we go. This just seems like a danger. I really hope the block boxes update comes out before the season ends, because I'd be able to replace these. It's supposed to get, potentially, one of the things in a potential update is banisters. That would prevent things like that. Okay, I need our door. No. There we go. Should I have the changing rooms just be these two? That does affect this as well. And that's mostly just because we ain't got one-way glass. If we had one-way glass, we'd be able to put it in and you could see out, but not in. I've seen people complaining about that change from Farmer's Delight, but honestly, I like it. Before, you had to hold it, if you wanted to do a bunch at once, you had to hold it in your offhand, and then it would place. You'd chop, place, chop, place, chop, place. Okay, so we have men's changing room, women's changing room, bathrooms. Be a very small bathroom, but you wouldn't need much space. Maybe you would. Unisex bathroom. Okay, let's get torches down. Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so this is a unisex bathroom. These are changing rooms. Yeah, the old version you had to chop plays, chop plays, chop plays. Now you just stick down the whole stack you want to chop, hold down, and it's a lot faster. And it also tells you how much is left. Toilet, sinks. Sink, plural, singular. I mean, although with a size like this, you could have multiple. That'd be a size for like single-sex bathroom, not unisex. Unisex, you only want to have one. Okay. We have 2 left, and I think that's everything. So there are a few ways I could go about lighting this place up. I could do tables with lanterns like I do at the spawn mansion. Just have them at the, except for that one, at the beams. But I could also, I don't have a Froglight farm, but I could set up a Froglight farm and get Froglights from that. I'll be setting that up off stream. Just because I ain't doing a tutorial on that, I'm just building it. And it would just be me watching a tutorial as I build it. But another option would be, because we have these, the bioshrooms. Specifically, glowing bioshrooms. I do have these. So one of the things that I could do is I could replace some of the blocks in the beams, I guess. And that would light up both up here and down there. However, that would go into the question the integrity of the beams. I don't know how question tripped up my brain, but not integrity. Because yeah, you want this to be just a solid beam going all the way across. If I replace parts of it with the bioshrooms, it wouldn't be. I still can't decide if I went 2 high or 1 high on this, but I know that on here it'll be 1 high because of the 2 high windows, or the 3 high windows. If we went 2 high, it would be covering. Now I could do 1 high or 2 high here. Hmm. Yeah, I do need to figure out how this place is getting lit up. Also, this is taller because I didn't do this. But I think that's fine for up here. So yeah, we have the option of me just doing lanterns on tables. We have the option of me doing frog lights. We could do me doing the bioshrooms, but then we also have another furniture, which has lights, lanterns, lamps, which I used in there. I think. Yeah, use them in here. I'm hearing the feedback. Okay, it was only for a moment, but it was there. Oh, no, it's back. Um, what should I... Okay. I have no idea what's causing that. That is definitely weird. Yeah, I do need to figure out the lighting situation before I put in... Well, no, not necessarily. Okay. Um, right, these take... Oh, I don't need more. Does this work for this? Should I do the tatami mat? Wait, no. Um, what's the difference here? Oh, okay. So this is the center here. I have it offset from the center. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And it goes like that. There we go. Three over, three over, three over, one. I guess this is fine, just because we do have the stairs here. Oh, right. The reason I wasn't doing big windows was because the curtains don't cover them. They only go up to 2. Oh, yeah, but they don't go down to the bottom. So, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna need more of these. Um, this and cutting board right here. That is not the right thing. We're at the 2-hour mark and I'm out of water, so time for another break. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Stretch your legs, refill your water, do whatever, and I'll be right back. Guys, snapshot 26.3, snapshot 3. I was wondering if a feature was going to end up in the game in this snapshot or in this drop, and it is. I didn't say it, but I've been wondering it after seeing that they were, because during the live they talked about using this wool stairs as chairs. So I was wondering if they're going to add in some sort of sitting feature, and they did. Today's snapshot adds in the cushion. And when you place the cushion down on something, you can sit on it. And the thing is, this works on stairs. So you can place it on a stair to make a chair. You can place it on a slab to make a stool. It is literally able to be placed on any flat surface. And the straw bed also got added in this one. But that is huge. Cushions being able to sit in vanilla. That's gonna work so well for so many builds, including the builds I'm doing in my forever world, including the one I'm doing right now. And it looks like they added data-driven potion recipes from what I was seeing on one of the Discords I'm on. So 26.3, where did it go? But yeah, that I don't see it on here, but yeah, here it is. Potion brewing recipes are now data driven, which means you can now make custom recipes and stuff. So like if I wanted to add in a custom recipe to have a luck potion, I could. And that's huge. Because luck is actually used in more places than said. Opening chests. Apparently, which I found out from sophisticated backpacks. There was a change made to sophisticated backpacks because of something that I had asked about. And that was how Pepperfly, the dev for sophisticated backpacks and storage and motion and all that, found out that loot rolls do actually use luck. And what that change was I had asked if there was a way, like a config setting that I was missing that allowed you to make it so that the backpacks that mobs drop have more loot based on the backpack tier. Because I was getting diamond and netherite backpacks that have like 3 or 4 items in it. And that wasn't very satisfying. So I asked about that. And Pepper was like, no, that's not a thing. But I'll add that in. And he commented then that when he was looking into it, to how loot rolls work so that he could increase the rolls that it does, because that's what it does now. It increases the rolls based on the backpack tier so that you get more loot from higher tier backpacks that drop from mobs. And he said when he was looking into that it uses luck. But there's no luck recipe. There's no recipe for it. Like, I'm clicking this, nothing, because there's no recipe. But starting 26.3, you can now make a recipe for Potion of Luck. Yeah, if you get Potion of Luck, you can make the others. There's no recipe for the Potion of Luck itself. That's huge, but there's also the hugeness of cushions. That is awesome. Like I said, I was wondering if they're going to add in an actual sitting mechanic into Minecraft, since they had talked about using the stairs and cushions, or stairs and slabs as seats, and they are. So I'm really excited for that. Anyway, let's get back to. I still need to figure out the lights for this room. We're just gonna do the lamps for now. And you make more. Here we go. And again, these are from another furniture. And they are actual light sources. Okay, so you can't hang them. That's fine. I didn't expect you to be able to. But that does mean it gets kind of dark over here. We can see Ghost 3. Where was it? Here. Which means that if I turn off, it gets really... Like, even with skylight, it's 4. I want a flat light. There we go. Back to having the light. Yeah, I wish there was like a flat light I could put. What is the tag for light? There should be something. No. Oh, I think it's a pickup upgrade that I can do that with. I don't have that. Oh, right. We should also put lights in the changing rooms and bathroom. Oh, that's what it looks like from the underside. Okay. Changing room should have some lockers. No. I'm gonna leave these open as I work. Benches. Now, can I use the, where is it? Hammer. Yes. Now people can sit. I just realized there's no shower for me to do. Bench, bench, bench. Here. Which would mean that people who train in here don't have a way to shower after. Well, to be fair, I also didn't put a shower in the actual house itself. Or a bathroom. But the guy who lives there doesn't need to use the bathroom ever. Period. So let's see. What would work for a toilet? I guess I could do a cauldron. I have cauldrons that spawn. Let's go get some. No. No. And short wire hooks. I think I need more of those. I don't think I have those in here. Yeah, that's rice. What did I just... Yeah, it would have been down here. Cauldrons. Tripwire hooks. Oh, that's full. Huh? Wait, I can just... Okay. Oh, right. That's from the new update on Waystones. So what the Twin Bound Feather does is you get two of them, and if two different players are holding them and they rub them together, they will link, and you can use them to warp to each other. Come on, let me up. Thank you. Let's see. Bathroom's over here. You know what? People here are trusted. So this is just multiple people bathroom. Oh, I already have them. You finish up. Wait, tripwire hooks. Here. And if I do the everyone's trusted here, I can convert one of these into the shower room. Have this be the change room, have a door right here. Or I could have this be the changing room. And have the door there. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. No. Okay. This is the entrance to the showers. Let's do tripwire hooks again. Do I still have smooth stone? I do. Okay, I'm gonna go back to spawn again. Wait, no. You're the wrong thing. And I just heard feedback again. Then they were up the ladder. Whoa. Item frame. Are you the one with the hole? Yes. Are you the right hole? No. Okay. I'm gonna get 2 of these. Okay. I don't know why I've got feedback going on. Well, it probably is just because it's a cheap mic. So the glow or the glass item frame disappears. That is a quark. You can see in Jade here, quark. That's the item frame itself. This guy. And as you saw, when it goes, when an item gets put in it, it disappears. All right, so this is the showers. Their cloth lamp. Let's not do that. So yeah, the shower room is here. This is the changing room. It's kind of small. The other option would be to get rid of the bathroom. I'm trying to figure out where to stick these and the benches. Where's my hammer? Here. Okay. That's this part done. There ain't a door here. They just walk in and out, like, you know. A lot of, actually all of the locker room, shower room combos I've been in. I kind of want this to go over one more, but with that there, no. Although, something else I could do. I could just have the barrels be up top like this and have the benches. No. Like that. There we go. Here's the changing room. Yeah, I think that works. Change room, showers. These don't need special decorations or anything. We've got the training room, we've got the bathroom. I do want benches around here. And I think I am, just so I can get them closed. I think I am gonna swap. Yeah, I do wish that they would go all the way down if the windows were 3. But they don't, which is sad. Shit, if I wanted to do that, you can see here, it doesn't go. Oh no, not the top 2. And I do need more of these. Oh, I need to head back to spawn and get more red wool. Okay. I should probably check on the bottles soon. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 12. And it's 3 each, which means I need 18. That's okay. That should be enough. I have no idea what that noise just now was. Oh, I was off. 3 times stuff. I needed 36. I had 20. This much more. Oh, I was just a little bit over on that then. Unless I missed a window. Yep. There we go. Alright. Now we get the benches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I don't think I want to do benches here. But I could do benches here. Oh, it's 5 here. Okay. Let's grab the hammer again. No. Huh? Oh, yeah, that is. Okay. Should I move the lights up one? I think I was thinking of pottery shards. I do have swords. Is there one that would work for martial arts? I don't think so. This, let's say, right here. Bricks. No. Over here is the same. No. There we go. Just add in a little bit of decoration. We can do another one over here. Let's do the flower pots with some azalea. Do I have flower and azalea in here? I do not. Just the leaves. Okay. This is just to add a little bit of color, because a lot of it just blends in due to the vast room and how much of it is the same. So even with, unless I have the curtains closed, come on. Yeah, with the curtains closed, it has a bit more color, but when they're open, it doesn't. That's even with the lamps. Let's go get some flowering azalea. Wait, do I have some? So I think this is just leaves in here. Somewhere. Oh, no, okay. But as for the leaves, I'll have to actually go and grow them. And I'm gonna need more leaves. See, if I move the lamps up, I could make the benches go all the way, but I think I want to keep the benches at just 3. Hold on. Okay. It had feedback when I put the mic back down. Sorry, I had a cough and blew my nose. Trying to think, are there any other decorations I can put in here? Maybe one of these things? Is this the dragon? It is. So yeah, this is the martial arts training. And they might practice swords. Oh, that's something I could do. Where's a good spot for... You know what? I only need two. Um, I can't stick it here. Oh, I can. Also, there we go. So I can't stick things here because of the current spec. I can put things here. By the way, that's... Although, huh. Oh, Quark has always have the hands. That's a Quark setting. Sticks. So when they have people training with swords down here, they're practicing with the wooden swords here. Alright, let's go up to the office. I guess this isn't really the office since people would be coming through here. In order to make it the office, I would need to expand the building up here. So one thing I could do is pull it up to here and then pull this up to here and make this part the office. Now I don't know what would be in there. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, let's pull this out. Okay, that saves. Hold on, I have to cough again. There's a lot of horses over there. One, two, three, four, five. At least five horses. Okay. Anyway, back to this. Oh, that's wrong. It goes here. Now I'm hearing buzzing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. And there we go. Or I could have this. Hold on. I'm having thoughts about. So I could have this. They come up here. There's a little space here, and then they come here to get outside. And then this is the office. Do I have the office here? I think I'll do that. No. Okay, I need more of these. Where's the cutting board? Actually, this should be. Okay, so I have plenty of experience. Then we got the door. They have a little area they can just come out here and take in the scenery. But to keep them from falling off, let's grab these. There we go. And the same thing for over here. So this door. Yeah, that looks better from over here. What about from down here? Yep. Also, I wanted to check, because I thought something was a Quark feature. Let me check, see. Oh, there's a chance it's from a mod I will never willingly use or add to a pack. Right, no, and then this is client. And then management, no, it's probably not gonna be in here. These are mobs. Tools, I have ancient domes. Um, no, I don't want the pikes. I'm looking through here. I'm not seeing it, so it probably isn't Quark then. And this is just back to world. Okay. I was thinking Quark had training dummies, but it doesn't look like they do. That was probably a different mod. I think I know which mod it was, but it's one I ain't using. Alright. I don't have hay bales. I don't have enough wheat to make them. No, target blocks is what I want, which needs hay bales. Right? Yeah. And redstone. I have redstone here. Alright, let's turn this magnet off. Back to the spawn mansion. This way. Wait, I have target blocks. I'm gonna go get hay bales. That might not be enough. I thought I'd gotten more than that. Actually, it might be enough. I'm still gonna grab hay bales just in case. I know I ain't gonna need that many. Can I think of anything else? No. Oh. Yeah. Hold on. I do need to light this up here. I'm gonna do that real quick. This isn't random, by the way. I was thinking about how I'm gonna light up outside. Okay, maybe I went a little excessive with the lights up here. Oh well. Oh, right. Yeah, out here needs lit up as well. Because one of the thoughts I was having was the jack-o'-lanterns, not just carved pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, and I do have some of those back at spawn. Yeah, as you can see, there's no light over here. Maybe I'll do a table, like a couple of tables over here. That would help a little bit. And put a bench here. Hey Mac, what is that building? The one I'm working on now? This is a training hall. Any slabs? Also, welcome in, Mac. Although you did show up like 3 minutes before the break. Yeah, it still gets 0 in the corners. Yeah, since you're just coming in, Mac, this is martial arts training, and then swords for if they want to do sword training. This is a bathroom. You got little toilets, you got your sinks. You woke up very late, no work today. And then changing room and showers. And got little pot decorations with flowers. Trying to figure out what I should do to light up over here. These corners could definitely use some light. I don't know what I want to do. I'm also thinking I don't want to do the tables matching the benches. That looks a bit strange to me. Oops. Hmm. You know what? I will just do jack-o'-lanterns. Let me go get those. Whoa. Overshot. Okay, there. Okay. And there's feedback again. I just know if we did go over the 3 hour mark. I'm gonna take the quick 5-minute break. So yeah, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. stretch your legs, refill your water, do whatever, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Alright, I'm back. Um, How should I? I just won't give them arms. And now it's lit up over here. For some reason, this one looks like it's floating to me. Is this one? Yeah, this one does too. Kind of interesting. Yeah, so now they train hitting like that, or they use knives. Or punching. And let's get the training sword set up over here. Where the armor stands here. I'm gonna make more. Smooth stone. No. Ah. I still have one. I was thinking of having it down here as like a backup. Oh, it's been a while since you've been here, Mac. I have tried out some new mods. One of them is paragliders, which is why I have the extra hearts. I haven't used the paragliders, but and this is the office. But yeah, I haven't used the paragliders, but the paragliders mod is why I have the extra hearts. Um, Let me adjust something real quick. Let's see if this fixes the feedback issue. I'm hoping it does. No, I'm still hearing it. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting so much feedback. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the... Anyway, here's the office. Birch table. We're gonna have here, and then cabinets. Let's do spruce cabinet. Big drawers would have been better. Yeah, that looks better. It's more like a filing cabinet. Although maybe I should have it up against the wall instead. Alright, so we have a little bit of decoration in here. Get a trash can. We're gonna do a cauldron trash can. Not to be mistaken with the toilets downstairs, which look just like this. This is just a trash can. It needs a clipboard. And then a chair. Alright, now the office is done. I can't think of anything else to stick up here. So unless you've got an idea, Mac. Or I might come back at a later time and revisit it. We're already over 3 hours, and I still haven't done down there. Yeah, there's also supposed to be an archery range back here. I didn't turn the magnet back on. Actually, I might make most of this coarse. Because it would make more sense for them to have coarse dirt for the yard. I'll still fill this in first. And the reason I'm saying it would make more sense for it to be coarse dirt is wear and tear. People just walking on it. Oh. So they come out here. Should the archery go towards the river, or should it go towards... So if I have it going this way, it would still be going towards the river. But there's also going to be the animal. I might have a barn there. Though it would also make sense to have a berm, so I might put in a berm. Kind of interesting how this was supposed to be just a farm island with farm animals and crops and all that. And it's turned into one dude has everything. Just because I gave it a little bit of lore. Yeah, another building I was thinking of adding in was a textiles building with a loom and the sewing from plushies. sewing machine. I mean, he's gonna have sheep. And we know he's been using them because he's got furniture that uses the wool. Oh, Mac, you still there? I do want to fill in over here. A part of me is saying I should fill this in with stone. I don't have enough stone for that. Okay. Filling in over here is going to be... I do have stone. That probably ain't enough. It is kind of weird for me switching from my forever world to this, my offline world to this. My offline world has a bunch of all of the stones except calcite, and I can easily get that. Just because of the ancient city excavation. It's 4.5 million blocks, roughly. So now I've got stone for days. And then here I have to go and stone and dur and granite and diorite and andesite for days. And then here I have to... I'm almost out of dirt. I probably have some stone back at spawn, but... Here, I mean, but it's probably not that much. Alright. That was 1900. I'm gonna grab these. I don't need them, just grabbing them. Yeah, I know I said earlier in the stream when I put all these down that I wasn't going to fill this in, but I changed my mind. I really don't like leaving giant holes under my builds. Which is why I've placed down, I think, like 40, 50,000 blocks on my offline world on my current build. It was just filling in holes. You know what? We're at 3.5 hours. I'll finish it in the next stream. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you're watching this as a stream, we're at the 3.5 hour mark, which is why I'm ending it now. If you're watching this as a stream on Twitch, you can catch the VODs for the whole series on my YouTube. If you're watching this as a VOD on YouTube, you can catch me streaming live on Twitch. My current schedule is Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. The name is the Draconic Matt. The link to the profile to my profile is on my profile, or the link to either platform is on my profile. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed, and until next time, have a good one. Bye.